Okay.
Go for it.
Hello, good evening. It is I'm like, what day is it? Tuesday, May 13th.
14th.
14th.
I mean, it is what it is. It's a Tuesday.
I only know that because I have a calendar open right in front of me. Otherwise, I would have no idea.
I don't have a calendar. So this is our team Style Boss, Team Glamour and Grace, team call. We're going to talk a little bit about $, because $, was just announced today. So earning period starts now. And then we just kind of wanted to do a little Q&A. We have a ton of new people. We have a lot of people kind of flexing back in after being out. And I feel like there's always just so many new things and so many questions to be answered. So I wanted to clarify a couple of things about $. Kara actually did an awesome Facebook Live on our team page this morning at like 6:30 in the morning. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you awake? And then I was like,
I know. I was up and I was like, all the people I had to message for, because I woke up early to do reach outs for booking, and my entire list were all Pacific Standard. And I was like, I can't text people at 6:30 in the morning. I guess I'm going to go live in my robe.
I'll do Facebook Live. So if you haven't watched that, hi, Jen. If you haven't watched Kara's Facebook Live, definitely go back and watch that, because she kind of hits all the markers in a very like digestible, understandable way, which $. Can be very confusing. Trust me, like 5 years in, they do it twice a year. I feel like I still have brain farts on it. But just a couple really quick kind of like easy points that make helping your customers.
Real quick, Amy, while you're talking about it, did you check? If not, I'm going to look right now while you're doing that. Are there any items not included in $. Earn?
I think it's the same. It's like starter kits, gift cards.
Just normal stuff.
Yeah.
Any products that people buy.
Yeah.
$. Okay.
You want to look it up real quick?
Let me go look real quick. I just didn't know if you knew before I'm going to look.
Because sometimes they have like, it'll be like a random brand new item or like new stuff coming out. Usually there's more things excluded when you redeem them, not in the earn period. Usually you can earn on anything. We used to be able to earn on gift cards, but they caught on to that. And so you can no longer earn on gift cards. So essentially how it works is I always tell my customers $. Is basically you shop now, you get to shop at half off later. So buy gifts now, shop for yourself later, or shop for yourself now and buy gifts later, however you want to do it. But for every increment of $50 that you spend before tax and shipping, you earn $25 in $. To redeem later in June on another $50 purchase. So for every 50, and I always tell people, you redeem them the exact same way that you earn them. So to get $25 in $, you have to spend 50. To use $25 in $, you have to spend 50. So it's basically half off, and it's completely unlimited. I have had customers that have bought gifts for their office staff at upward of, $500, and then they have, all those $. Codes, and then
$150.
And then they go redeem all their $, and it's wonderful, especially going into summer. So for the new stylists that we have, summer's really slow. It definitely slows down a lot. It's a little bit more difficult to book. I actually was working on booking today, and like the 5 actual conversations, like messaging or talking back and forth that I had, June and end of May was not a good time for them because of graduation, because of family trips, because of XYZ. So summer is typically, especially going right into summer, like school ending, all that jazz, is really slow. So I love that we have $, because it kind of gives us a chance to boost our income a little bit without stressing out about, not being able to book trunk shows. So like I said, the best way to describe it to your customers is you shop now, you get to shop half off later. And the best part about $. Is we are basically CC'd, and we have all the information that our customers have. The last, I think, 2 years, they have gifted every single $. Earner an extra $25 code. So if they spent $50 right now and earned $25 in $, when it came time to redeem their $, they had the $25 code that they earned on their $50 purchase, and then they were given a bonus code by home office. The problem with that was we were not given that bonus code. So sometimes those orders were a little bit tricky. What I always did was just had my customer forward me their email, because it's really easy to kind of screw it up, the order. And so I would say for my dollars customers, when it comes time to redeem, which we'll talk all about redeem down the road once dollars are over, but I'll just say this now. I would say probably 98% of my customers, I place their order for them. The codes are individual. So if they have $200 in dollars, every single $25 code is a separate code. And it's like DD106-83BQR68. And so it's like, and each $25 increment has its own individual code like that. So it can be difficult to add them into the orders and get the orders placed and make sure that they're getting the best deal that they possibly can. So again, we'll talk about it when it comes time to redeem, but I would say a very large majority of my customers, I place the order for them because I've done this enough, I know how to do it, and it's a little bit confusing for them. So Jen, I know this is your first dollars. Do you have any quick questions about it?
Not really. I remember using them before.
Yeah.
So I feel like that will kind of help me a little bit. And not to compare, but is it kind of like Old Navy's, like whatever?
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah. It's exactly like that.
Okay.
Same exact idea.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Ella.
And honestly, you guys, earning them, this earn period's the easy stuff. People just spend money and they earn them. You don't really have to do much or even overcomplicate it, other than saying like you're earning $25 to spend later for every 50 you spend. And that's literally, and if they ask you like, how do I redeem them when, if you just tell them, I will follow up with you and give you step by step. I promise they won't say another word, because I've never had somebody do that. And we'll do a whole training on redeeming, like where you find the codes, how you enter them in, how they work. Like so don't even think about that stuff yet.
And I would say the redeeming is a lot more confusing than just the earning. The one thing I will say about earning is no matter what their order total is, let them know how much they need to spend to get to the next increment of dollars, because I can't even tell you how many times that I've had customers that are spending $39 and I'm like, okay, so we have this great dollars promo, and I explained to them briefly what it is. If we find, $11 more, like the $19 sparkle studs are my favorite, let's add those to your cart. And then they add the $19 sparkle studs. Well, then their order's at, 50, whatever. I will still tell them like, okay, FYI, like, I know we just talked about the next increment, but like if you spend 100, you'll get $50 in dollars. And I would say more often than not, people will upspend to get the next increment, even if they're kind of far away. So don't be shy. Yeah, don't be shy to tell people if their total is at $60, say, hey, just FYI, you've already earned $25 in dollars. If you want to earn another $25 in dollars, let's add a pair of these hammered hoops on, and you'll earn another $25 in dollars that you can spend in July. That's basically some half off shopping. So don't be afraid to, and I hate to say like upsell, but that's kind of what it is. So.
And I looked really quick, just so you guys know, the only exclusions that people do not earn dollars on are starter kits, meaning when they sign up to be a stylist, they're not earning dollars, which makes sense because we don't really get the customer promos, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Stylists cannot use dollars on stylist orders. They're only for customers.
Yep. Gift cards. So if somebody's purchasing a gift card, they're not earning dollars on it. And a style club membership. Yeah. So they'll earn dollars on their order, but the $29 they spend for the membership doesn't count towards their order total.
Yeah.
So if they're spending $75 on product and then $29, does that make sense? It doesn't put them over.
You can say like before tax, shipping, and a style club membership.
Yeah. Yep. And everything else they're earning on.
Yeah. Ella and Amanda, I know you guys have gone through dollars before. Do you have any questions about dollars at all?
No, not really.
You've had him as a customer and a hostess and as a stylist, so seasoned pro. Amanda too. You guys are both seasoned pros at dollars. So, okay, Jen. Any other questions about dollars or?
Actually, does Stella and Dot ever tell you when this is coming up, or is it just like I wake up in the morning and it was a surprise.
Yeah. So dot dollars, we do twice a year. We do them, and I will tell you, we do them in May and we do them in November. So
Okay.
I know exactly what month they're coming, but I don't know when. So that's always kind of like a good heads up, is you always know that they're coming sometime in May and you know that they're coming sometime in November. Usually how they work the dot dollars for November is they start like mid to the end of November and run through to mid-December, and then the redemption period starts after Christmas. So it's really great. Again, just like I was saying, like summer is typically a really slow time. After Christmas is a really slow time for obvious reasons. So having that dot dollars redemption right after Christmas and into the new year. So it usually goes like December 29th to like January 3rd or 4th. So it's a really good boost for your end of December sales to kind of round out the end of the year, and then your January sales as well. But yeah, it's always kind of like a mental note to make that we only do it twice a year. It's in May and November. But yeah, usually with these promos, they don't give us any heads up. And I wish that sometimes I wish that they would give us a heads up. Sometimes it sucks. Like I had a customer yesterday spend on Sunday spent like $180. And I didn't know dot dollar. Like I knew it was coming at some point, but like I don't want to tell her not to order, because like what if they decide to not do dot dollars, and then she's like, well, you told me to hold off my order. So sometimes it's kind of nice that we don't know, but then other times like I feel kind of bad.
And to be honest, dot dollars is the only thing that we kind of pretty much know they're doing in May and November. It's never a guarantee, so we don't know. But honestly, outside of that, we wake up to the sales like everybody else, and it's for that reason. Otherwise, it would be hard for us to be like, just hold off, like a sale's coming next week, and then this is what happens. You think you're doing a good thing to your customer. Like, I'm going to tell her to wait to order because I'm going to get her a better deal. And then you follow up with her when the sale comes out and she doesn't want to place an order anymore. So it really doesn't behoove us. It would happen all the time, promise. Yeah. So it really is not in our best interest or the customer's best interest to like know this stuff ahead of time. Yeah. It's better to and then we don't have any culpability. Like I think that I had a girl place a $100 order yesterday because she ordered a bunch of engravables. And this morning she messaged me like, and I was like, I'm sorry.
That happened to me yesterday
I'll just
too.
tell them like, hey, I didn't know it was coming. Like I find out when you guys find out. And then also kind of what I found over the years is customers will react the way that you react. So if I am like, oh my God, it totally sucks. This is the worst thing ever. Like what a terrible company. Like obviously they're going to think the same thing. But if I try to spin it and be like Susie Sunshine and be like, like I totally understand. I'm so sorry. I will usually like, maybe if they're really upset, like send them a Starbucks gift card, or like maybe send them a Sparkle Studs, or like something to kind of smooth it over. And I've never had anybody be super pissed, but I will say like, if I react, then they'll react. If I ignore it and don't, like I didn't message that customer that placed her $180 order on Sunday. Like I didn't say anything. I just threw out the dot dollars was here and let it be. And I'm sure, it's not like she's never going to shop again. So, okay. Do you have anything else, Kara? No? Okay. So just like what we said at the beginning, like we have a ton of new people, a lot of people kind of like coming back in and around, and we just chatted about dot dollars, but we really wanted to just kind of open it up to like a Q&A, or like I have this one customer, this one person that I'm trying to book a show with, and I'm not really like, I don't know if my words that I'm using are quite right. So just kind of wanted to open it to you guys and see like, what do you guys want to talk about? Like what do you feel like you're struggling with? What do you feel like you need help with? What about the business is confusing you, or is you're finding that's difficult right now? Just kind of open it up to whatever you guys want to chat about. Anybody have anything?
We could even just start, like, if we want to start with Amanda and then go to Jen and then go to Ella, and maybe just say, like, what's the one thing you need help with in your business? And it can be as simple as, like, I need to book style sessions, or I would like to grow a team, or I'm having trouble with what to say to reach out. Like, what's the one thing that you would, like, need to help move your business forward right now?
Amanda, do you want to start?
I was trying to think. Well, because, I kind of do it just as the fun hobby type thing. So,
yeah. And so does Ella, which is perfect that you can kind of come in and out as you want. So as you're coming back into the season.
I think maybe my one thing is I'm interested in online shows, and I have no clue where to go with that or how to do that.
I don't know if
can
I'm
help you with
pointing at
that.
her.
Yeah, I can help you with that, Ella.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's way more than we would have time to do in here. But if you wanna, do you have my number? You probably.
I don't think so.
Jerry,
but I
you
can write it down.
do. I know we've chatted about this before, and I don't think we've done it yet. We should do either, I think, a Facebook Live because that's.
Hi, Kim.
If you do like a Facebook Live, then it's something that we can like revert back to. Maybe talking all about your online shows. Hold on.
Yeah, I would love to. Maybe I can do that this week sometime. Like tomorrow, if I have some time, I can jump on and just do do a training on like, here's how I run it. Here's how I book them. Here's how I run it. Here's exactly what I do. Here's what I have my hostesses do. I could definitely do that. Because I know I do that training with my downline, but I know anybody that's maybe not like who's under Amy, not under me, probably hasn't gotten that.
What if you just did like a straight up video and then we put it on like a YouTube that we can refer back to?
Yeah.
Would you mind doing that?
Not at all.
I know you've like basically already done that.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to.
Office
Well, let me ask you, Ella, because you're on here, so you get preferential treatment because you took the time to be on the Zoom call. Would you prefer that I did like a Zoom like this or a live video on Facebook that you can interact with, or are you just wanting like just do a video and then like put it up? Like how would you best be served?
I think a video might be nice because then I could refer back to it if I miss something or want to like refresh my memory.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep, I could do that.
And then that's something that we could like save in the videos or maybe in the files. I think we could save in the files maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I know I'm not the person to ask about online shows. Kara for sure is. I ask her, can you help me with those?
Yes, I'm just writing it down.
Yeah.
Do you have one coming up or you want to do more of them?
I have actually never done one and I don't have one coming up, but it's just been in the back of my mind just because I have a very busy schedule and planning out with other people's schedules. It's a bit overwhelming right now. And so I thought an online one, especially one that I could just host myself first, to kind of test the waters might be nice.
Yeah. Yep. Love it.
Okay. Jen, what do you got?
I think for me, I'm having a hard time with people canceling. I mean, I've only had a couple of people cancel, but I'm still pretty new. So those couple people is kind of a big deal because I also work part-time. I'm a mom. I'm not going to say
Jen's still in her quick start. Like you still have a couple of days left of your quick start, right? Or are you just out of your quick start?
Just out of my quick start.
So, I mean, she's in her first month and you've already had like a couple of shows cancel from your few that you had booked. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I've got a few more days this week. And then my husband leaves for a week next week. And with having 2 kids, it's like, well, I can't really, and a baby, like I can't just leave and go do a show. So I'm trying to figure out like what I do in that week. And like right now, both of my kids are like wrestling around. I keep looking at the monitor. So it's like, I want to do an online show, but I don't have any takers yet. And I'm just trying to not let this next week just be kind of a waste.
Yeah.
And then I'm also
the people that canceled.
What's that?
Talk to me about the people that canceled. Who were they and why'd they cancel?
One was a girlfriend who lives in Portland, and her husband is switching jobs right now, so he has to like study because he has to pass this test. Mm-hmm. And then her son had something going on at school that same day, and she was just like, I'm really stressed out. And I let her off the hook because she wasn't inviting people. I knew she wasn't. So I'm like, I don't want to come to Portland and have 2 people there and have it be a waste of my time. And so, but she hasn't rescheduled. And then I had a client, she scheduled, and then she just was like, oh, I can't get enough people to come that day. So I'm going to cancel and let's pick a better day. So we just picked another day today. So it's on the 30th. And then I have another one, but she can't do it until June.
Okay.
So
What about the girl from Portland? Have you offered her or thought about offering her an online show?
I thought about it, and then last night she just placed an order. So
Okay.
I mean, that means she's still interested. So that means
Yeah.
she still likes the product. And so I would say that that's a good sign.
yeah,
I would, if you haven't reached out to her yet from her order, I would reach out to her and say, I just saw your order. Like, thank you so much for placing your order. I wanted to throw this option out there. I've been, toying with the idea of running my business online as well. And I would love to have you be an online debut hostess. I know your schedule's really busy. This could be nice because it's not 2 hours a set time at your house.
Yeah.
I don't have to come up to you. It'll run for, what do you do, 5 days or a week or whatever, Kara?
Yeah.
I'm talking like I know how to do an online sales show, but like throwing that option out to her, like this could be something that we could do. Like you really just need to invite people to an online event,
mhm.
add, comment, post, like.
Yeah.
Use
I think
the dollars for
What's that?
too.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Use the dollars towards it. Tell her
Yeah.
about that and like for the benefit to her and her friends that want to do it.
That's a hook to book too, because people are going to shop a little bit more because they're going to be earning these dollars.
So the other thing is, like, I feel like she's a good friend of mine, and I feel like her buying 2 necklaces, that was her support. Like, I wasn't able to do a show, so here's my support for right now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to.
So
But
change
she
your
might not.
because
Sorry, go ahead.
change your mindset. Her hosting a show is not her doing you a favor. It's you doing her a favor because she gets free and half off and she gets to get together with her girlfriends.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, can you please host the show for me to support my business? That's what the shopping was. The shopping was supporting her business. Her hosting a show is, I'm going to get you a buttload for free. You're welcome.
Right. Okay.
So change your mindset when you go to reach out to her and remind yourself, I'm offering her something. She's not doing me a favor.
Okay.
Like I'm doing her a favor by giving her the option to be my online debut hostess. Like I could do this to anybody, but I'm giving it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about that first. Go
Well,
ahead.
and I think the other thing too, Jen, is have you guys even talked about doing an online show? Because she might not even realize that that's an option.
She was invited to my mom's online show.
But because you haven't offered it to her, you know what I'm saying? People are, I mean this as nice as possible, but people can be dumb. And if you don't throw it out there, they don't know. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't know what she doesn't know. So she might only think like, oh, I can only do that if I'm not drivable. Like she might not have any idea. So throw it out here.
She also, besides her full-time job and being a mom, she is, she sells, I don't know how to say it, Monet.
Yeah, whatever.
What?
But
Yeah.
I don't think they do stuff online. Like that's not their business model.
Okay.
So I would just throw it out there. And because she's a friend, keep it casual. Let her know, like, I just wanted to throw it out there because we haven't been able to touch base about doing something at home. I saw your order come through, so here's a few options. We could do something online. It's super low pressure. It's super easy. It's all done on Facebook, so like nobody has to change out of their pajamas.
Yeah.
And what I can do is I can actually place the order that you placed on your show as your first order. So like we're already starting out with like orders on the show. What do you think?
Okay.
And if she says no to that, like, okay, well, like no worries, but throw it out there.
Yeah.
You know, see what she says.
Okay. And she joined the style club. Like she did
great.
Order yesterday.
Yeah.
She's still interested. Like if she didn't place an order and join Style Club, like she would not, like she's obviously still interested in Still and Dot. Like she likes the product. She wants to support you. She didn't need to join Style Club. Like that's a rewards program. So the fact that she did that, I would definitely throw it out to her and come to her as like a place of service. Like I am offering you something great.
Okay.
Thank you for your support and buying the necklaces. I super appreciate that. Now I would love to gift you with the opportunity to have an online style session where you can get tons for free and half off.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, just on that, since she just joined Style Club and they're doing that promo through the end of the month, if she hosts, would she get the credit back for the Style Club membership?
She gets her following year for free. So if somebody in the month of May hosts a qualifying style session and they already are a Style Club member, they will get next year's renewal for free.
So there you go.
That's what the FAQ said, because I thought the same thing, because I had some gals I was reaching out to that were already Style Club members, and I was like, well, dang, like that's not, I want something to offer them. And so like whenever their renewal comes up, so even if like their renewal comes up in like 2 months, like they get it for free, like as soon as their renewal comes up.
Okay. And then the other thing is maybe verbiage for like reaching out to people. I have been trying to reach out to people to join my team, and I kind of like have been starting off with that with like people that I don't really talk to that much anymore. And so they're not in my circle. I'm trying to go outside of my circle, so I'm approaching them as like becoming a stylist and blah, blah, blah. And I just don't know if I have the right verbiage. And so I start with that. And then if they say no, or it's not the right time, then I'll go, okay, do you want to host a trunk show? Do you want to, I kind of go from there. So I just don't know, because I want to keep things short. I don't want it to be too long where I lose them in the message I'm sending them. So I don't know if maybe I just need a little bit of help with that.
How many people are you reaching out to?
Today I reached out because I was home.
Mm-hmm.
3. I did a follow-up with 3 people, and I reached out to 2 new people. So 5 today.
Yeah. I would say the biggest thing is I love, like, what you just said is perfect. Like, keep it short and sweet. If they say no or not right now, like, make a note that they said not right now and offering them a style session. I would say that's exactly what you're supposed to do. It's just a numbers game. Like, there are times when and like, not to make you frustrated, but there's been times that I've reached out to 100 about the opportunity, 10 minutes. And, like, nobody takes me up on it.
Yeah.
So, and then there's times that I reach out to 10 and 9 say, I'd love more information. So it's definitely a numbers game. Like, you just have to keep doing exactly what you're doing. And I feel like if you reach out to 100 people and you're like, nobody is biting, everybody is saying no, then maybe look at what you're saying. But I feel like from what you just said, I think you're doing the right thing.
Okay. Well, and Jen, like, I just know your personality. Like, I know I don't have to worry about you being like pushy or salesy or like aggressive, which sometimes is typically the problem. Like, people are being way too like join now or else type thing. And I know that's not what you're sending people. So I agree with Amy. It's a numbers game. Like, just keep adding names to those lists and then keep following up.
And make sure you follow up with those people that say not right now, because it's funny. I get a lot of people, like in April, I had a lot of people say no to both hosting and the opportunity, and they say reach out to me in the summer. Well, that might mean the end of May. That might mean September. So it's okay if they say like, like now's not a good time. We're remodeling the house, or my son's getting ready to graduate, or whatever it is. Like, don't be shy in 4 or 6 weeks from now saying, hey, I was just thinking about you. Like, just wanted to touch base, see if you wanted to chat. And like, leave it at that. And then maybe they'll say like, you know what? I would love to chat. Or they'd be like, no, fall. Which again, fall could mean September or it could mean November. Like, you kind of never really know. So make sure you like make a note of those people that say not right now, and follow back up with them. Because I would definitely say one of the things that I've learned over the course of this business, because when I started, there was not much as far as like social selling. There was like a handful of things like Unique, the like mascara became really big when I started, and like Rodan and Fields, and like that was kind of it. So there wasn't really a whole lot of like competition with this platform. And now there's like a bajillion things that people are doing. And I will tell you, follow-up makes the biggest difference. Like, I probably get 5 to 10 messages a week from 99% of them are strangers that I've never met in my life and don't even know who they are, that send me a message on Instagram that just blasts a copy and paste to me. And if I don't respond, they're not going to like, they don't follow up because they actually don't really care about me. I was just one person that they sent a message to. Yeah. So if they took the time to say, hey, I just want to make sure you got my message, and like follow back up with me, like, oh, they actually were serious about talking to me about this, but most of them aren't. So I just kind of always remind myself, like, I'm reaching out to Jen because of all of these reasons why I think Stella and I would be great for her. And she said not right now, but like I want her to know that I genuinely think that she would be great at this. And so I want to make sure that she knows that I am serious and I am going to reach back out to her when she says not right now. And I cannot even tell you how big of a difference it makes in like repeat customers and like I have so many repeat hostesses because they know at the end of the day, like I really do care and I really do appreciate that. Like it's jewelry. I mean, this is not like some life-changing shake. No offense.
Yeah.
But like
and I would say like 9 out of 10 people that I've sponsored and 9 out of 10 shows that I've booked have all been from a follow-up.
Yeah.
Like a very small percentage of things are done on the first shoot. And we're talking like somebody saying like, no, I'm not interested in being a stylist. And then I follow up with them a few months later. Yeah. Like, Megan, just wanted to say hi, you know? I mean, 90+% of my team are all from multiple reach outs at different times of the year about them being a stylist. And then a few people like that first conversation are in.
Yeah.
So we talked about it, like making sure you're keeping that list and making sure you're keeping everything organized.
Sorry, Amanda, did you think of anything you wanted to chat about?
No, I was just going to say on that too, for the follow-up, I think part of it too is the timing that you hit, like the timing for things too.
Yeah.
Like if someone were to come to me personally right now this week with something, I'm doing lucky if I'm keeping up with just texting my friends back.
Yeah.
Let alone other people.
Yeah.
So even with like the non-response ones, I think the follow-up is key too, because who knows what's going on for getting the, like, even a text back.
Yeah. For, I would say the first maybe like 2.5, almost 3 years of my business, I told myself a lot of stories about why someone didn't respond or why someone said no or why someone didn't want to, whatever. I told myself a lot of stories. And I don't know what the change was, but I realized like I have no idea why Ella's not texting me back. Like I have no idea why she texts me back. It has nothing to do with me. Like I would say 100% of the time, it's not because they hate you or they don't want what you're offering or anything. They probably have shit going on. To be perfectly honest, like if someone texts me in the middle of the day and I don't respond to them instantly, I will never respond to them again because I will forget. And that's how I would say a majority of women are. Is like if we look at it and it like takes the notification away and we don't respond right then, like very rarely do we remember to go back and be like, oh yeah, I need to text back. And like, I'm sure Amanda has a ton of messages that she sent me that I like didn't respond to. And then a week later, I'm like, hey, I'm an asshole. So like, don't be afraid if, you know, you text someone and they don't respond. And then, you know, 3 days later, I like to do the like, hey, just want to make sure you got my message. And most of the time they'll be like, oh my God, yes, I'm so sorry. Or if they don't say anything back, like I have tons of people that I've reached out to 5-6 times with no response. You just want to make sure you like close that loop. I think we've talked about closing the loop before. Like, hey, obviously now is not a great time. Nope, like no worries. I'll check back in soon. And then that gives you the permission in a week or 2 weeks or 6 months to be like, hey, remember these 6 messages that I sent you and you never responded? Do you want to respond now?
So I know there's only a few minutes. What about how to like get your host to be serious about it and like actually invite people? Any tips on that?
Yeah, I always like to refer back to their wish list and remind them that they get stuff for free and half off. So like you book the show, let's say it's in 10 days and, you know, a week from the show, if she hasn't invited anybody yet, like if you have a Facebook event and like you can see that she hasn't invited anybody yet, instead of saying like, hey, how are the invites going? She's probably going to see that and be like, ooh, I didn't invite anybody yet. Like, I'm just going to ignore that. I like to send a message saying, hey, have you updated your wish list? I can't wait to see what you want to get for free and half off. Because then that reminds them like, oh yeah, if I invite these people and they all shop, I can get free and half off. And I would say 9 times out of 10, they respond to that message. Like, oh yeah, I need to go update my wish list. And then I can say, by the way, don't forget to invite at least 40 because if you want to get, you know, all that stuff on your wish list, this is how many people you want to invite. And if they have like the love necklace on their wish list and that's all they want, then like, okay, invite, you know, 1 friend because you're not going to need much hostess credits, but like that never happens. They all have everyone has a wish list bigger than what they can budget for. So that's kind of my go-to is, hey, remind me again what you're going to get for free and half off with your hostess credits. And then invite your 40 friends.
We have less than a minute, but Sonali, hey love, I saw that you just jumped on. I mean, we don't really have time to get too deep into it, but let me know if there's anything that you want me to touch base with you about. Probably off of this because it's going to cut us off in like 30 seconds.
So we have a minute and 25 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So is that helpful, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I feel like, because I kind of think about like from my perspective, like if someone is like, hey, how are your invites going? And I haven't invited anybody yet, I'm going to kind of feel like, ooh, I didn't invite anybody. I don't want to talk to you. But if someone's like, hey, remind me what you want for free and half off, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I really wanted those earrings, and I want that necklace, and I want that bracelet, and I really want that bag. When I tell her all that, and then she's like, okay, to get all of that, let's make a list of the 40 people you want to invite. Okay, now I'm reminded that I want to get free stuff, so I gotta, do a little work to get the free stuff.
Well, and I like the approach too of being like, don't forget like to invite this many people, because then it almost makes it sound like it's cool if you haven't invited them yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of saying like, even if you haven't invited people yet, like there's still time. Like there's still plenty of time to
add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I've had plenty of successful trunk shows where the hostess invited people like 3 days before the event. Like most of us don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing in 10 days. If someone invited me to something in 10 days, I'd be like, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Like,
Busy.
Yeah. So, okay.
Totally.
It's going to cut us off here in a sec. Thank you guys all for jumping on. I hope this was helpful.
Wait. Before, I want to take a quick picture. Everybody smile before this jumps us. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody say cheese. Okay, thank you.